Can we take him out while I do Miss Balboa?
Is she not present?
She is not present. She is MHU.
Okay.
Is that correct, Flores, that Balboa is MHU?
Let me go find out. Let me get my notes. I don't have her on my docket.
Oh, yeah, they added her after the docket closed. Walker told me she's MHU. So that Deputy Walker told me she's MHU. So we're going to do her not present. She was arrested pursuant to a warrant for her arrest for the felony offense of tampering with evidence, namely a human corpse. The fact that it's a warrant means that probable cause has already been found by the judge who signed this arrest warrant. Her case has been assigned to the 180th District Court. The judge in that court is Deshaun Jones. Mr. Henderson, did the Public Defender's Office get the opportunity to interview Ms. Balboa?
We did speak to Ms. Balboa, yeah.
Okay, so do you have her consent to represent her at this bond hearing?
We do.
Ms. Keith, what is the state's request with regard to bond?
I'm urging the state's motion requesting a $500,000 bond, and I am opposed to a personal bond. The facts set forth in this warrant are terribly disturbing. Specifically, this 6-year-old complainant's father had reported his son missing after he had been in the custody of this defendant. This defendant was interviewed, told the police that the complainant's biological mother and an unidentified individual that she claimed represented himself as a police officer had taken custody of the complainant from her residence or from a residence in Harris County without consent. An employee from the complainant's school advised that the complainant was last at school on April 30th, 2021, which is when which is a month prior to when this defendant claimed that the complainant's mother had taken non-consensual custody of him. That defendant's statements were refuted by the surveillance footage provided by the complainant's mother, showing her at her own residence at the time the defendant claimed that she had come and taken custody of this complaining witness. The complainant's father told officers that the defendant told him on May 27th that the mother had come and taken custody. All of which was refuted by that surveillance video. Another individual who is this defendant's roommate told officers that he had seen the complainant at a residence on the Gulf Freeway on May 27th, 2021, along with this defendant and this defendant's mother, and that on May 10th, he stated he was contacted by the defendant who advised him that the complainant was deceased, that he did observe bruising to the complainant's body when he arrived to that address on the Gulf Freeway, and that he and this defendant had placed the complainant's body in a bathtub where it remained for 2 days, that he had purchased duct tape and a plastic tote at a local Walmart on the 13th, which was verified by a receipt that was recovered, and that he and this defendant had wrapped the complainant's body in a plastic sheet, placed it into the tote, and took it to a storage unit located in Webster, Harris County, Texas. On June 1st, the Jasper Police Department received a Crime Stoppers tip about the complainant in this case. They went to a motel located in Jasper County where they found this defendant. They found the tote that was described by the witness. They smelled the distinct odor of decomposition, human decomposition, in the motel room. And they did find what they believed to be the complainant's body wrapped in a black plastic bag, which was secured with duct tape, as described by the witness. They also spoke to another witness who stated that this defendant had asked him to come and pick her up. He met her in Cleveland, Texas, where they drove then to Webster and obtained the tote from the storage unit. He took her and dropped her off at the motel, and then he is the one who reported the Crime Stoppers tip. Based on the fact that she was found in Jasper County with other information that she was en route to Louisiana per the statements in the motion, the fact that there is ongoing investigation as to the complainant's cause and manner of death, and that additional charges may be filed once that investigation is complete. We are asking for that amount, also based on the fact that she's currently on bond for a felony domestic violence charge against this minor complainant's biological father, who is the one who had reported him missing. I don't have any reason to believe that a personal bond or a lower bond will be reasonable or sufficient to ensure public safety or to ensure her appearance in court, given the evidence of flight.
Mr. Henderson, what's your request with regard to bond?
Judge, I'm requesting a $20,000 bond. First, pointing out that Ms. Balboa is presumed innocent at this time and is merely facing allegations. She's been charged with a second-degree felony also at this point. They feel like evidence to charge her with anything higher. Ms. Balboa also could be expected not to flee from prosecution while on a bond. She's never been convicted of any violent offense and has no felony convictions of any kind. She has strong ties to this area and won't be going anywhere else while on bond. She's 29 years old and hasn't lived anywhere else. She has been living at the same address for over 3 years, which also speaks to her ties to the community. Her family, her mother's going to be able to drive her to her court appearances while fighting this allegation while on bond. But she does have limited financial means currently to make any bonds. Like many individuals, she's going through a period of unemployment and has been for the last 2 months now. She was consistently employed for over half a year cleaning homes, which speaks to her ability to show up to court. So I'm requesting a $20,000 bond for the second-degree felony too.
I have a sworn-to financial affidavit for Ms. Balboa, which reflects she's been living in a house in Houston for 3 years. She's unemployed. She was not booked into jail with any cash on hand, no money in savings or checking. She is currently on bond for assault, family violence, impeding breathing. A condition of that bond is that she not engage in conduct that result in her arrest. She's scoring a no on the new violent criminal activity flag, a 3 out of 6 on the new criminal activity scale, 3 out of 6 on a failure to appear scale. She's an average risk. I do believe she's a flight risk, considering she was in the act of fleeing with this child's body. I'm going to set her bond at $500,000. I am not approving a personal bond. If she is able to post bond, I'm going to order as a condition of any bond that she posts that within 1 day of her release from custody, she get an electronic ankle monitor and she will be under house arrest 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm also going to order she have no unsupervised contact with any child under the age of 17.